Are you ready, Mickey? Yes. It's not quite mail time, but you'll, oh, there we go. There's the yawn. Yawny, sleepy boy. We only just started and you're already yawning. Already, yeah, no, you're not yawning. Okay then. No, you can't lick Mickey, you can't lick it. It's not edible. Actually, he might be able to smell the treats in there. Anyway. Hello everybody, this is Esme and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be doing a grooming kit or grooming tote tour. Now back in the day, used to absolutely love videos that like normal YouTubers did, which was like what's in my bag, things like that. So I thought I would do a horsey equivalent. Mickey here is absolutely obsessed with it, licking it all over. But I feel like the most interesting things in people's grooming kits or grooming totes are the things that you don't really think about, because I'm sort of sometimes like the mum of the group of my friends. You know, I pretty much go around with absolutely everything in a bag. You know, if you need something, I've got it. So I thought I would do a little tour of everything I have. I thought I'd start off, you know what, I was going to dive straight in, show you all the brushes and things, but I have some really interesting things in here too. So we'll start off with the pockets, because there are lots of different pockets for putting bottles and things in. So we're going to start off, we have some stain remover spray. This is pretty self-explanatory. Mickey? Mickey? Are you coming back, boy? That's so rude. Mickey, come here. He's going for a wee? Mickey, I've only just started. Come on. Oh, he's thinking about it. All right, just give Mickey a few little minutes and we'll be back later once he's relieved himself. Hopefully I'm, you know, sitting in the right place so he's censored, you know. We're now back. Mickey is feeling a lot better after his little bathroom break. Mickey, you really should have done that before filming, hey mister. Anyway, so as I was saying, I have a full bottle of stain remover spray, and that's because I have 4 greys that all get very dirty. Now, one of the things that often happens, because obviously this is my grooming kit, I have it in the wash bay, but I also take it to shows, out and about in the horse box. And Joey is one of those horses that every single time he goes into the horse box, he will poo. He used to always also wee before putting him in the horse box, but what I now do is I put Joey in his stable first, so he wees in his stable, then in the horse box. And because Joey likes to poo in the horse box, he gets pretty dirty legs, tail, bum, everything. So a little spray of this, a little damp sponge, rinse it off, you're good to go. Because greys, they just attract dirt. They are the dirtiest, and still to this day, I don't know why I have so many of them. Mickey, you having a good old scratch there, my boy. Anyway, now into the other side pocket actually. We have some sun cream. I'm not going to say that too loudly because this boy absolutely, he doesn't hate it, he tolerates it now, but he used to absolutely hate having sun cream put on, especially this time of year in the summer. He does get a burnt little nose, but I am a very pale person, and having sun cream with me is always a good idea, especially if I'm out for like the full-on day. I can top up my sun cream, especially on my face, because don't want to get burnt, you know? Okay, into the little middle pocket here. Now, this is where Mickey's going to be quite excited because we do have some snacks. I'll go on to them last. We'll see how intrigued he gets, but at the moment he's having a good old scratch. Okay, so we also have some scissors. Now I feel like every single equestrian always needs an extra pair of scissors, you know, if that's for cutting baler twine, goodness knows what, I don't know. I feel like scissors are just very, very useful. So I have them in my grooming kit. I also have them in the horse box. I have them in my tack room. I have them in the wash bay. And I feel like pairs of scissors are just always something that you kind of, you always lose. You always can't find a pair. A bit like hoof picks as well. It's always good to have a spare hoof pick absolutely everywhere. So that's why I keep it in the front pocket, so it's a bit easier to find. I also have lots of hair bands in here because I'm one of those people, I cannot ride a horse with like my hair flying everywhere. I have to have it tied back in a ponytail. And I feel like in case one snaps, or I just forget to put my hair up that day and I get to my destination or wherever I'm going, or just generally at the yard and I forget to wear one, I've got one handy, because not having a hairband is the most, like, one of the most annoying things. Yes, Mickey, oh my goodness, okay, he knows what the next thing is, because we have some treats. We have some mints here. I've got to give him one, guys, because that is just mean. I don't know which end. Oh, they've come out of this end. Okay, child, they're coming. Be patient. All right. Wait. Mickey, you're being so rude. Okay, calm vibes. Okay, here we go. It's here. No, wrong hand. Mickey, it's this one. Okay, there we go. Good boy. You're going to have nice minty breath now. But yep, this is my little treat compartment. Again, easy access. I also have a hairnet as well, because obviously when you're competing, you want to look smart, or maybe for dressage, things like that. It's always good to have a spare one again, because that would be very bad if you're going to like a dressage competition and you completely forgot your hairnet. So again, nice to have a little spare one packed in there. Okay, now we're going for the inside, the big boy. And I've got to say, you can fit a lot of stuff in here. So if I open it up, we have a nice zip compartment. Bam, there is a lot in here. I don't actually know what to go for first. I was going to go for brushes, but they're kind of at the bottom. But you know what? We'll go for a rummage. Starting off strong. Oh my gosh, I forgot how licky this boy is. Starting off strong, we have a dandy brush. If you couldn't tell, my favourite colours are sort of lilac and grey, so we've gone for a lilac and grey theme, but grey is also a pretty practical colour, I've got to say, so that's pretty good, and it goes with a lot of things. But anyway, we have a dandy brush. Dandy brushes are used on field kept ponies, so pony like here, Mickey or horse that's kept in the field, it's really good to get all the dust out, all of the goodness knows what Mickey has rolled in the field, but then it also helps keep the natural oils in their coat, because obviously if they're out in the field, out in the elements, it's good to keep those in. Next, we're going to go for, if I can find it, here it is. Next, we have my body brush. So this is a little bit softer compared to the dandy brush. This is for horses that are kept in a stable. I often use this a little bit more in the winter as well, when the horses may be clipped, just because it's nice and soft. And this gets all the grease and the grime out of their coat as well. So they're a little bit grubby. It's good to use. It's nice and soft as well, so you can use it on their face. Yes. Mickey loves a good little brush. You can be our little demo pony, Michael. Yes, there we go. Okay, no more looking. Oh my gosh, look at my arm. My arm is filthy. Next we have a mane and tail brush, and something I really wanted with my mane and tail brush is for it to have a long handle. I always find the ones where there's like a little kind of thing that you hold on that are just circular, I always drop them. Maybe I'm just a really clumsy person, but I find it a lot easier to have a handle so I can brush the horse's mane and tails, especially Casper. Casper has the thickest tail imaginable. It always has shavings in, leaves, twigs. Once he had like a whole branch in there. Don't know how that happened. But yeah, Casper's tail does take a little while to get through, so having a nice handle is always a good shout. What should we find next in here? This is honestly like an Aladdin's cave. Mickey, don't pour everything out. It's honestly like an Aladdin's cave when it comes to grooming totes. Okay, Mickey. Next we have a hoof pick. I'm definitely more of a person who has like a hoof pick and a hoof brush. I sometimes find the ones that have like a little brush on the end aren't always the most like sturdy or sharp, if that makes sense. They can sometimes be a little bit blunt, so it's a good level of sharpness that you can actually get the stones out, and it's got a nice little angle to it as well, and it's got a nice grip. Yes, Mickey. No, Mickey, don't. That is not a toy. That is not food. Do not eat it. But yeah, nice hoof pick. Okay, let's move on before this boy knocks everything out. Let's go for this. This is nicely at the top. Mickey, don't put your head in it. We have a sponge. Obviously, you guys know me. I love my novelty, big, brightly coloured sponges because, you know, why not have a bit of fun in life? So this one's in the shape of a rainbow. Somebody probably very kindly sent this to me in Mail Time with Mickey, so I do have quite a lot of sponges. I can't lie. So many of you guys have asked for like sponge collections, but the thing is there have been a few sponges, I'm sad to say, that are now resting in peace. They've been used on Mickey's bottom a little too many times, and they weren't looking their best, so they are now gone. So I don't really know what my sponge collection is looking like at the moment. They're all just in this big box in the storeroom. But yes, this is my rainbow sponge, and I use this for cleaning out Mickey's nostrils. You're supposed to have 3 sponges in a grooming kit, 1 for their body, 1 for their face, 1 for their bum. So I do have some more in here, but you know, a sponge is a sponge. You guys know what a sponge looks like. We also have a sweat scraper, again, having greys. They get bathed a lot, so this is great for removing sweat. I also, if my horse is sweaty, I'm one of those people that I will always wash off their sweat so they don't get like a little sweat rub. And then also when you're using a sweat scraper, it's really good to make sure that if you have been washing them, that when you scrape them down, that there isn't any bubbles left. If not, you haven't rinsed them properly. So that is a little top tip. Tell you what, I also have some more sponges. I also have 2 little sponges like this. These sponges are just a little bit softer and smaller, so these are great for maybe cleaning my bridle or my tack, so I can get in little nooks and crannies. It also has, this is literally just a dish sponge, but I like the soft side here. I don't often use the rougher side just because I don't want to scratch anything. Maybe if my boots were like really dirty or something like that, but normally I use the soft side. So I have 2 of these, 1 for my saddle soap and water, and then 1 for my leather conditioner and tack cleaner. I also have a plastic curry comb, and these are the sort of ones that I really like. They are actually quite soft, so you know, I can hit it against my hand, that's all fine, but these are great at getting mud off in the winter, especially if you have a little woolly mammoth like Mickey, who's now gone for a scratch. If you have, or Duke is literally like a little woolly mammoth in the winter. If you have a horse with quite a long coat, and you know when the mud sort of, it's been wet mud and then it dries and then it clumps and there are all these wet dry clumps of mud, plastic curry comb is where it's at. These are a lifesaver in winter. Also, a little top tip, if you ever forget to have a sweat scraper with you, you can actually use the side of these kind of as a sweat scraper. I actually did that the other day because I couldn't find where mine went, and you just squeegee them down with that, and that also works. I think that is pretty much all the brushes, so we're going to go on to all the other bits and bobs I have in here, and that is quite a lot. Starting off strong, we have some fly spray, especially if I take the horses for a hack somewhere and maybe I've got there and I've realised, oh, I've forgotten to put fly spray on them, or there are a little bit more flies around, or I'm out all, or I'm at a show and I'm out all day and the fly spray maybe starts to wear off a little bit. I'm covered, got some extra with me, and that is always a great shout. Tell you what, I'm going to start putting things on the floor so I can actually find stuff. Next in here, I have a spare ear bonnet. Now this is always great, especially if I go out somewhere and I've maybe not packed one with me or forgotten, you know, stops the flies from going in their ears. Mickey. Thank you very much, boy. Or if you have a horse that's maybe a little bit more sensitive or spooky, I always find that they you can get acoustic ear ones, so it muffles the sound a little bit. So maybe if it's a windy day, you can hear a lot of rustling of trees, or you're in an indoor arena that's maybe a little bit echoey, or even at a show and your horse doesn't like the loud noises of the commentator or the speakers or the buzzer. Sometimes I find that these can really help, so I always have a spare one just in case Joey or Casper is feeling a little bit more sensitive that day, or if there are a lot of flies. I also have some spare tendon boots or jumping boots. I like to use tendon boots for jumping, and once I did an arena hire and I forgot to put boots on Casper, and I felt so bad because I'm one of those people, I always like to boot up my horses when I do jump them. So having a spare pair of boots in there just in case, I feel like will be a lifesaver. Normally I'm a very organised person, but that day I was obviously in a little bit of a rush and I forgot to pack them. So now, now I'll never be without jumping boots. Also, it's very useful that Casper and Joey do have the same size legs. Don't know how. Casper is a very oddly proportioned Connemara. Joey's kind of like a normal standard horse, although Joey, he has slightly finer legs and Casper's a bit of a chunkier boy, so they do actually fit in the same size, which is pretty useful. Talking of extra things, I also have a spare lead rope. Now, I cannot tell you how annoying it is if you go somewhere in the horse box and your lead rope breaks. I had that, and it was not fun. So having a spare one just in case is always very useful. Also, you know, having a lead rope in general with you is pretty useful. You know, you can use it as string to tie things up. It's just a good thing to have. Tell you what, that's actually a really good idea. I should put some baler twine in here as well. It's currently just in the hot horse box, but I feel like having it in a grooming kit probably makes a little bit more sense. Talking of cleaning, Michael, that is not good. No. Oh, you are a funny boy. Okay. Did something fall out? Oh no. Oh no, it's all gone to pot. Come on, no, Mickey, I need to lean down. I need to do some limbo under your head. I need to put my grooming brushes back in. Okay. Okay, I'm turning it around. Okay. We're just gonna have to do it like this, one each side of Mickey's head. Okay, next I have my Volta Mickey! Okay, that one's gone. That was my leather conditioner. This is my saddle soap. It actually smells really nice. I feel like I said that every time I do tack cleaning. Do you have a little sniff? It smells like a nice little scented candle. But yeah, that is my tack cleaning things. Okay, Mickey, I'm gonna put it away. I'm gonna say goodbye to the tack cleaner. Can you say goodbye? Okay, there we go. Oh gosh. Something also spare I have in here are some spare gloves. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you will know I am a glove person. Whatever year round, it can be whatever season. I like to wear gloves when I ride. Again, I have really sensitive skin. So, you know, if I was, for example, riding Casper and he decided to zoom off with me on the hills while we were galloping, that definitely hasn't happened before. Rain rash, whatever you want to call it, on your hands. It's not great, so I always like to wear gloves. Also, I find if it's sort of raining as well, we have a little bit more grip by wearing gloves as well. And over here in the UK, we have a lot of rain, so that does help. Oh, I almost forgot about this. I also have a hairbrush for myself. You know what, I might just tidy my hair up if Mickey's messed up, but having a hairbrush for yourself is always a good idea. I can't remember if I've told you guys this story or not. I think I did a tack haul. There was once where I was at a horse show and I forgot to pack a hairbrush for myself. It was an overnight horse show, so I was staying there, and so I ended up using a mane and tail brush on my hair, which probably wasn't the best. So having a spare hairbrush is always a good shout, especially if I need to do my hair for like a show and put it up in a bun with a hairnet and all that kind of stuff. It's just good to have. Or if I've been riding and I've finished riding and I've got helmet hair and I want to redo my ponytail or something like that, or maybe put it in a high ponytail when I had my hair in a low ponytail, hairbrush is always a good shout. Oh, talking of hair, we also have some plaiting bands. Yes, we have finally got to the stage where Joey almost needs white plaiting bands. God, Joey has whited out so much recently. Obviously he's a grey, so I'm supposed to call him a grey, but the lighter parts, Joey has got lighter. I feel like his mane's kind of ombre at the bottom. You know, it definitely needs white plaiting bands. And Mickey, these aren't polos. I'm sorry, these are not mints. Okay, I'm gonna put them back. But at the top, it's still almost like jet black. So it really does just sort of ombre down. It's all sort of different shades of grey. Mickey, we've got some plaiting bands on the floor there. I need to pick them up after this video. But yeah, plaiting bands are always good. I feel like every equestrian has gone through a time where they've forgotten a hairband. Or what do you guys call them? Do you call them hair bands, hair bobbles? I know in America you guys call them ponytail holders, and that just sounds like an absolute mouthful. So I just call them a bobble or a band, hairband. Mickey, stop sniffing. Mickey, I don't have any treats. I'm sorry. Mickey, no, put your head up, boy. Put your head up, man. Okay. Mickey, there's no food in here. Oh, he can smell all the smells. Something else I have is a spare liner for my helmets. So the Charles Owen helmets, most of them have ones where you can take the liners out and put in the washing machine. So if I, for example, go to a stay away show or stay away like I did with Joey at Hicksted, I have a spare one because I just think it's quite nice to especially if I've been doing something like cross country or actually generally just riding in the summer. I am a sweaty person. No, Mickey, that's going on my head. Please don't lick it. I get quite hot. I get quite sweaty. You know, if I'm going out somewhere in the horse box, generally it's a full-on hard ride. You know, we're going for it. So being able to remove your liner and have like a nice fresh one in the next day that's not wet and damp, it's pretty nice. It's a nice feeling. Okay, we've gone through quite a lot, Mickey, but there's still a lot left. I also have hand sanitizer. I feel like every bag in general post 2020 has hand sanitizer in, especially if you guys know I love a good snack when I'm in the horse box, if that's before I'm going out or after I'm going out. You know, I'm one of those people, especially before a horse show, if I haven't eaten, I feel like people either need to eat before or don't eat at all, and I have to eat. I feel ill if I don't have like a little snack or something if I'm nervous. So you know, normally it's like a healthy snack like a bit of fruit or something, but having some hand sanitizer is always a good chat. Also, there have been a few times where we've been somewhere out in the horse box and we will maybe pick up a little snack on the road for the way home, or I normally pack a snack with me. You guys know, like, I film me having my jammy Dodgers and my apple juice and my mini cheddars and goodness knows what, but you know, I'm a snack person. I'm literally like a horse. I eat little but often, you know, keep me going throughout the day because I'm a very active gal. All right, what else do we have here? We also have some hand cream. This I use generally more in the winter compared to the summer because, again, I have really sensitive skin. So if I'm out and about and my hands are chapped, horrible, it's not good. Oh, that's another thing I should put in here. I should put some lip balm in here because I feel like, especially on sunny days or really windy days, you know, it can dry out your lips when you're going... Yes, going full speed zooming on a horse. Yes, do you want a little head rub? Okay, we'll have a little interlude to give Mickey his head scratches. Very, very important little break here. Head scratch time, head scratch time, head scratch time. Okay, no, don't chew it. He's trying to get the treats through it. Oh, Mickey, I'm so sorry. You'll get another little snacky, especially as I've just been talking about snacks as well. You'll get another one in a minute. You'll get another one at the end of the video, okay? Okay? He's just sniffing everywhere. Probably smells of all the other horses. Yes. Okay. I might have to shuffle forward if he's going to be... No. Don't actually bite it. Okay. I'm shuffling forward, Michael. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Cool, that didn't do much. You've got quite a long neck, haven't you, little one? Okay, I'm zooming forward even more. Okay. As I was saying, I'm a rather sweaty person. I also have some deodorant because I feel like, you know, riding is a physical activity, riding is a sport, and this is, you know, a bit personal information, but I feel like every rider goes through this. You know, you can get a little bit sweaty. It's nice to, you know, have a little freshen up afterwards. So I have some deodorant in there just in case. So there we go. Also in here, now this is something I have not used for a while, and this is my stud kit. And yes, it's in a pencil case. I feel like I need to get, this pencil case is getting a bit old and grubby now. I feel like I should get like one to go with the you know, the grey and lilac. But anyway, in here I have my little stud hole cleaner. If you don't know what horse studs are, basically, you know, like football boots have studs in, so it can get a little slippery or muddy if it's been raining over here in the UK. And for example, if I'm jumping on grass, if that's cross country or show jumping, I like to put studs in my horse's shoes just so they have a little bit more grip. I also have some pliers in here, and you might be thinking, Esme, why do you have pliers? Apart from pliers, you know, being a useful tool, these are actually really good at removing the cotton wool or stones or goodness knows what your horse has got into their stud holes, as well as, you know, this little cleaning device that has a little nail at the end and a little brush that has been absolutely beaten down to a few little hairs. I also have a tap. Now, this little device and this little device sort of connect together, and basically if you ever have tried to put a stud in a stud hole and have found that the thread, maybe like the top little bit, just doesn't quite go in correctly because maybe a stone's got in there and messed up the threading, you can use this to re-thread the holes. I feel like studding a horse for cross country or show jumping on grass really is, it's an art, but you can get there. I also have a spanner. This is a really good spanner because it is the exact same size as the stud, so I can tighten it up. We also have some Vaseline jelly because and some cotton wool. Now, back in the day, I used to use cotton wool with a bit of Vaseline jelly, and that goes in the stud holes nicely. But I do actually have some stud plugs now, which are designed for stud holes, which are pretty cool. So I would recommend them. They are really good. I have. Yes, Mickey, I know, I'm sorry I'm not giving you attention. There's a little makeup kiss for being a little cutie pie. Yes. Thank you. Give me a little kiss back. Thanks. Anyway, I also have a rogue stud. Just a stud on its own. Chaotic energy. We have just a rogue stud. Actually, I have another rogue. I have another rogue stud. They can be friends, but they're different shapes, so I wouldn't use them together. Mickey, that was a very deep sigh. I also have my stud box, again, grey, goes with the theme. I hope you appreciate the colour coordination. Now in here I have my actual studs. I haven't used them for ages because I haven't done cross country in ages because I am more of a show jumper now, but I have my little studs in here. They definitely need cleaning. They are all a little bit rusty, but I do have a good stud haul. Mickey, they're not treats. I'm really sorry. They might be brown and mouthful sized, but they are not treats. Okay. Something else very useful and handy to have is a leather hole punch. I know this does look like some sort of weird device, but you know, it's quite cool. It's got all the different holes you can need. So maybe, for example, you need an extra hole in your stirrup leathers or your bridle, or something's happened and your tack's broken and you need to make another little hole. I've got you, you know. I'm ready. I am prepared. I also have a little cleaning device for scraping off all the fluff on a saddle pad, because, you know, if you've been riding and maybe it's molting season and your saddle pad's a bit damp, you know, and it's got all hair in it or dirt, give it a little bit of a brush off, you know, and then when you get home it's ready to go in the washing machine. Okay, I'm trying to think. I have quite a lot of random stuff in here, guys. I really cannot lie to you. I also have a Pom Pom for a hat silk, just in case, you know, I'm out filming and I lose my Pom Pom on a tree or something and it blows away and I've lost it forever. I don't want to go around without a Pom Pom. You know, I've got a little spare Pom Pom in here, and it's a grey one, so it'll go with all my sets. So I think, looking around, I think that might be everything. Oh, there's one more spray bottle in here. I missed that because obviously I have a lot of spray bottles in here. I have some Detangle and Shine spray. So I like to use this on my horse's tails and manes, because I find, because it sort of makes it a little bit, it's a bit like putting conditioner, like spray conditioner in your hair before you brush it. So it's a bit easier to get the knots out. Or it also helps, you know, not pull as many hairs out as well, because helps get the knots out easier, if that makes sense. So yeah, I like to use this, especially on Casper's tail, as I said before. But I think, guys, that is pretty much everything in my grooming kit. Oh, there is one last thing. A Sharpie pen. I feel like this is such a YouTuber moment, but I have a Sharpie pen. You know, permanent marker. But that, I'd say, is everything in my grooming kit. So I'll zip it back up so it's ready for another day. You know, it's got a little handle here, it's got another little handle here, so you know, go for the sort of crossbody look. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed having a little nose, seeing what was inside my grooming kit, because as I said before, I find these videos really interesting, seeing what people have maybe in their bag, or, you know, just general little things that you might forget to have in your grooming kit that are actually really useful, especially if, as we've got the new horse box now, we're going to be travelling here, there and everywhere with the horses and ponies. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new or have not done so already, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out and I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, Mickey, would you like your little treat now? You've been so good. I mean, at times. Would you like your little treat, as I promised? I feel like he's forgotten about it now. Mickey, Mick, here we go. Here's your treat, your mint. Good boy. Mwah. Well done for being such a good YouTube horse. Yeah. Good man. Should we go back out in the field with Duke now? Yeah. Say goodbye. Mwah. I love him so much.